My father poured the wine for us and took a drink. I did the same. So how'd it go? I reached into my purse and withdrew the ring. It was a glorious white diamond, one of the rarest in the world, flawless and whole. Historic and old, it was a one-of-a-kind piece. And I wasn't sure the owner even realized it was missing yet. My father smiled, pride in his eyes, and then took the ring to examine it himself. Good work, sweetheart. I took another drink of the wine. He dropped the ring into the pocket that held his phone. I'm expecting company for dinner. Yeah? The new prime minister isn't exactly agreeable to our line of work, so he's implemented all these nonsense regulations at every border. It's becoming harder to get our product where it needs to go. Are you going to kill him? He took a drink as he considered the suggestion. He has 2 young kids. I'd rather avoid that. I'd rarely seen the violent side of my father because he purposely hid it from me. But I knew he ran his operation with an iron fist. He must, because all his men ran around him like terrified rats about to get stepped on. When I was young and he'd assumed I was asleep, I'd seen him do horrifying things, stuff I would never forget. But whenever I was there, he was eloquent and soft-spoken, a permanent smile on his face, a completely different man. There's a player in the game that intrigues me. He spun his wine before he took a drink. I'm normally dismissive of ambitious young men, but he seems different. They tend to burn hot and fast and quickly turn to ash. But not this one. He's offered me a partnership because he's exempt from the regulations. What does he want in return? A cut. You never deal anyone in, no. But I can't keep killing prime ministers either. Now that the conversation was strictly business, his infectious smile was gone, and a seriousness spread across his face. I can do things the hard way, or I can do things the easy way. He considers himself a liaison between business owners like me and the forces that want to take those businesses away. I wouldn't be his only client. I looked down at my glass as I swirled it. You aren't happy about this. You always told me to avoid outside relationships as much as possible. Even with his cut, we would still be making exponentially more because this avenue is cheaper than the alternatives. Yes, outside relationships should be avoided. But the biggest priority is cutting costs wherever we can. With him, it's 2 birds with 1 stone. I finally took a slice of baguette and spread the soft cheese over the surface. With a dab of honey and fig, it was scrumptious. If I were alone right now, I could sit there and eat the entire thing. The corner of his mouth cocked in a smile, looking at me like I was a little girl who had smeared my ice cream cone all over my face. With just a single look, he could show me how much I meant to him. That I was the light of his life, the single most important person. He's coming for dinner in an hour. I'd like you to sit in. I finished the slice of bread, then wiped my fingers on the white linen napkin. That's why you asked me to come over. Now that the business is changing, you need to be aware of it. Maybe I'll be around for 10 more years. Maybe 40. I'd like to be prepared for whenever that happens. My men respect you, and even in death, they wouldn't dare cross me because their loyalty is bone deep. You think I have what it takes? My father had an energy that I couldn't emulate. The moment he stepped in the room, everyone noticed, even when they had no idea who he was. He was admired and respected, and he always seemed to be several steps ahead of both his contemporaries and his enemies. We might have the same blood, but I wasn't sure if I inherited his intelligence and astuteness. He seemed to think I had. His eyes remained on me, and slowly, the smile left his face as he turned serious. Absolutely. My father sat on the couch in front of the fire, legs crossed, as he worked on his phone. I sat on the other couch, feeling the heat of the